Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So, I'm going to jump right in and start talking about overcoming old mindsets, shifting your old mindsets, and flourishing. And so, overcoming, first of all, is not perfection, right? Overcoming is not about getting it perfect. So, for example, I started this YouTube journey about 11 months ago. And when I started speaking up, I was not getting it right, right? Like I was nervous. I stumbled over words. I was trying to get it too right. And I was messing up, but I was still showing up. The point was not giving up, you guys, right? That's what built my confidence. Just coming back every day and continuing to grow, continuing to post, continuing to tell people about my channel, asking for subscribers, right? I kept showing up, but it wasn't perfect, but it did build my confidence, right? I just celebrated over 800 uploads. It's videos that I've been uploading, shorts, but the point is that I just kept going. And today I want you to do some mindset work with me. And so, as a journal prompt, I want to ask you, where have you been waiting to be perfect before you start? Where have you been waiting to be perfect before you start? And I think I'll pin these in the comments so you can just see them. And after you do each journal prompt, I want you to do an affirmation. And so the affirmation for that prompt is progress over perfection. I rise even when it's not perfect. And I want you to affirm that. My next point, it's all about small daily steps. Now, this I preach, preach, preach. I preach it so much because it's true, right? Flourishing begins with consistent small steps of courage, right? So, for example, some days for me, flourishing was just about taking a 15-minute walk instead of walking 0 minutes, right? Or it was about journaling a paragraph instead of not getting my thoughts out there. I want you to name one small step that you can commit to this week, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's five, whatever it is, I want you to name it. And an affirmation that I want you to say that goes with it is small steps create big change. Small steps create big change. So, my next point is you can pause on your journey, but don't quit. Okay, you're allowed to rest, you're allowed to reset, but don't give up on yourself, right? So, an example is I had put down thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I mean, I put it down for like a couple of years, right? And when I picked back up and I came back to it, I had more clarity and more purpose, which is what has fueled me to keep going these 11 months, right? And so, I just want you to think about that. Sometimes in life, we do put things down, right? But that doesn't mean you can't come back to it. And so I want to ask you, what's something you're ready to try again without shame? Don't use this as an excuse to beat yourself up. Don't put shame in it. Hey, you may have put it down. Maybe that wasn't the right time. But what is something that you're ready to try again, right? Affirmation, I can begin again stronger than before. I can begin again stronger than before. Okay, so my next point is to speak life over yourself every day. The power of life and death is in our mouth. And this isn't something I just get right all the time. It's not. It's something that I'm still working on. But the goal is to just keep working on it. Even if you get it wrong, your next sentence can be correct. Even if you cussed, even if you said, I'm always messing up, whatever it is, your next sentence can still straighten yourself up. It can still be a life giving sentence, right? You don't have to throw the whole day away just because you make one little mistake. So, flourishing requires that you water yourself and your soul with truthful words, right? So, for me, affirmations have been the one of the largest parts of shifting my mindset. I talk about being an adoptee a lot. I talk about the things I had to overcome within, and I talk a lot about being a woman, being overlooked, and learning how to speak up. And a large part of how I did this work has been affirmations. I set journals on my phone with reminders for affirmations, like silent journals. I have affirmations hanging in my spaces, in my bathroom. I do a lot of reminders, and those reminders are affirmations. And with those affirmations, I take deep breaths, exhale, and then I speak the affirmation, right? So as an adoptee, I had to look in the mirror and I had to affirm, I am chosen, I am equipped, I am more than enough, right? I am chosen, I am equipped, I am more than enough. That's just one of the affirmations that I use as I was working through reconnecting with my birth family and working through some of those tougher moments that I had, right? And so I want you to practice with me. If you can, take a deep breath. So inhale, hold it, exhale. The affirmation is, I speak life, light, and love over myself and over my journey. I speak light, life, and love over myself and over my journey. And so that's just how you do affirmations. But some days I forget to take the deep breaths, if I'm being honest. Some days I just spit the affirmation out. And then some days I'm having a better moment. I've slowed myself down. I take my time with it. It varies from day to day. The best thing though is to slow down, take a deep breath, and just give yourself some time with the affirmation. Really let it soak in. But I just want you to practice speaking those affirmations either way. If you practicing them on the go, sometimes you may forget and remember in the car. Well, then say them as you're driving, right? Just, I speak light, I speak love, I speak life over my journey, or whatever the affirmation is that you create for you. And so next week, I'm going to be doing a mid-year reset. Join me on that. I'm going to do a vision board. And I think that the middle of the year is so important to revisit our goals that we started the year with, shift and adjust, come into community, and then work on them. Some of them you may have worked on, some of them you may have forgotten you had. But the point is that this is a great time. I mean, like one of the best times to jumpstart your goals. And people think it's at the beginning of the year, but it really can be in the middle of the year, because you've already had some momentum, that you see where the year is headed. You've already gotten distracted. You see what's distracting you. So you have time right now to reset and reshift and get your mind back focused, right? So that you finish the third and the fourth quarters really, really well, or the next 6 months, so that you just get back in alignment, right? This, if you're listening, you're in North America, it's summertime. This is a great time to reset and realign to your goals and get on track. And then in the fall, you'll continue, and in the winter, you'll be on track. And so I want you to look at this time of year as great. So join me for that vision board. I'm going to be doing that next week, and it's going to be fun. I love vision boards. And so I'm looking forward to you joining me on that. And so, see, I just messed up right then. I didn't stop talking. I stumbled right over that sentence, honey, and I kept going. Okay. Anyway, our final affirmation is going to be deep breath, let it out. I may have been overlooked, but I will not overlook myself. I may have been overlooked, but I will not overlook myself. I'm no longer surviving, I'm flourishing. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.